50K in May, episode 11. So today we have a job to do. We have 4 sessions left to win 19,000, if I remember correctly. Listen, I don't know what these guys have, but I know I have the best of it, so. Wow, big fold apparently, must have been. And quick blue screen there. Playing a satellite here to the 525. This is a key double up we need. Really need this one. Let's see. Nice. All right, 16 blinds, still a sweat. Another satty shove here on the button. Still 29 left. We're still one of the short stacks. All right, got a flip for it. Dang. Kind of a soft bubble here in the satty, looks like. Yeah. Nice, managed to ship a satellite to the 320 today here for $55, so that'll be starting this afternoon. We fired another bullet into the satty for the 525 when we got there, so we're gonna be playing the 500 now for about $108. Some of you might remember earlier in the vlog, some of my 97% equity bad beats in the $500 tournaments. Well, we can add another one. We flopped the set. Opponent went runner, full house on us to take that one away. 4.5 hours in, you know, it hasn't been a cold session, but it's not been a warm session. It's been a lukewarm to cold session today. Here's the results so far. 3,500 in buy-ins, 300 in cashes. I mean, I do have okay stacks. I'm in the money of one. Already managed to lose our 500 tournament and our 300 tournament that we won satellites into, so that kind of sucks, but gonna keep firing for a couple of more hours. Today I would like to see a 6, 7, 8 hour grind, and then tomorrow should be a larger one, but yeah, a couple more hours left. Now in the money of the 250 main, we're sitting 10 out of 62. We doubled up on the bubble. We need help fast. GG. Last game for the day, the $150 4-max bounty. Kind of a fun one to finish. The day ended up being like quite dull on the grind. Like everything sort of fizzled this afternoon. Again, I wasn't running like super bad, but definitely not well enough to really get a lot of runs. So gonna see if we can get some cash in this one. Currently down around 3K, so it would be pretty huge to get a cash or a couple $100 at least. All right, here we go. In the money. Wow. Okay, I'm laughing. All right, we're chopping. Okay, we made the money in this 150 event. We're all in here for 20 blinds. Take it down. First place is 7,800 plus the bounties. We have 120 in bounties and about the same in cash right now, so let's see what we can do. Okay, I think I just had a nice bluff here. We opened the queen 9 on 15 blinds, and I got 2 callers. Both of the blinds called. Flop went check, check, check. I think both ranges are gonna be revolving around a lot of like broadways or just like 9-10, 8-9, 7-8, these kind of things, because a lot of the strongest stuff goes all in pre-flop. A lot of the ace highs go all in pre, so I'm not super excited to c-bet due to the fact that I think they both hit this board pretty hard. So I went for the check back. Turn brought in the ace, and this is a really good card, not for our actual hand, but for the fact that we are probably the person that has the most ace-x in our range. This player's been playing super aggressive. I expect them to shove most of their ace-x, and same for the big blind. Also should be really aggressive with ace-x. So I think that's a really good card for us. We bet, they call, and river comes down to 6. And I think I'm pretty proud of firing this river as well with the queen 9, just because I just think it's going to be really tough for them to have an ace. I think a 6 is going to fold the turn a lot, so just going after, you know, queen 10, queen jack, any king, any 7 basically, and we pulled the trigger and they did fold, so I like that hand quite a bit, understanding their range, not having a lot of top pair. I was pretty happy with this hand. We played shortly after. I raise under the gun and big blind calls. I go for a check back on the queen a5. Turn, they bet kind of small. We definitely call. They could have an 8, they could have a draw, which there's a lot of draws on this board, so happy to call a small bet on the turn because we still beat some value. River was the 6 and they sized up, and I think the key part of this river decision comes from the fact that this is a bounty tournament. So a lot of their queen X and their 5X wants to play the larger sizing to get my bounty. And the fact that they went for like kind of a middling, like awkward, like sort of big sizing, went 60%, I was kind of thinking that the 5 would be greedier and the queen would be greedier in this line to get my bounty. So decided to make the call, and they did have the king 10, which they could float. They can also have jack 9, jack 10, a lot of clubs and diamonds that float. You know, it maybe helps a little bit to block 9-7, but not really in this spot. I don't think that's super relevant, so I was happy with this call. And we're gonna make another call here after this one checks through twice. Wow, we are right 3 times in a row, playing well right now. Been raising a lot. I think this guy might start to come back at us here, so we're just gonna keep raising. No, play c-bet. Can expect a lot of floats on this board. I think calling the turn is pretty good, actually. Don't hate the river either. Let's go, man. I can't lose right now. Kind of a weird one. I went for the raise. They called in the small blind and then led the flop. Gonna play a raise here with the 10-9. Take it down. Gonna go for a 3-bet call for 30 blinds. Been playing quite loose in this dynamic, and I think it's a hand that plays well post-flop and can perform well out of position, so not in love with this flop. Queen 4 deuce. Any queen high board kind of sucks. Went for a raise pre-flop, and we're gonna see that. Nice to get action here, blocking the top 2. Gonna keep betting. I've been very aggressive against this player. I think, you know, if you've been betting a lot, raising a lot, bluffing a lot, it makes sense to just be more bet happy with your value, I think. And yeah, not a lot of draws that can call 2 streets. Like, I don't think king, queen, king, jack really bluff that much. I think 6-7, 6-4 fold a lot already, so just gonna shove even though we kind of block the top stuff. Player has been very disciplined, unfortunately. A lot of good laydowns, actually, so see if they can make another one. Expect mainly like ace-8, ace-7 here. Wow, nice fold. I can't get rid of that guy. Just been very disciplined and has made some really good folds. So that's a spot where when we have the ace and the 5 blocking a lot of their best hands, I would consider checking sometimes, but I just don't think that's a board where they're gonna go call, and then have a lot of bluffs. I think they're gonna go call, check back all their 10s, a lot of their ace-X, because I'm repping like ace-king, ace-queen, these kind of hands. So when they have like a weak ace that might chop against my ace on the river, they don't have much reason to bet. So yeah, if there's not a lot of draws that are calling twice, I think it's gonna be better to just triple barrel, even though we block that kind of stuff. Here we go, 2 bounties on the line. This is a huge spot, 285. This is $385 against ace king and ace king. What a sweat. Oh God, what a sweat. Huge pot. Let's go, huge. That was big. That's gonna put us at 80 big blinds. 8 out of 52 remaining, and that was a lot of bounty money. Gonna shut down with this bluff here. I think we want to bluff with like 5-4, 3-5, maybe a low flush draw. We don't want to block a lot of king 10 and ace 10 type hands that are gonna fold the river for my opponent. All right, we have a nice spot to shove here against raise and call. 25 left. Another out of position spot similar to the 10s. All right, we get called. Pocket eights, big pot here, 60 blinds. That's a good turn, let's go. Queens against the king 9. That's gonna make it tough. Not gonna do. Stack keeps going up. We're 3 out of 15 currently. Next ladder's down at 13. I might just be a one table guy. This might just be the key, you know? One table it after playing 40 MTTs all day and see if we can save it. This could be worth a lot. This is $592 and $630 in bounties. We have kings. Oh my god. Please hold. That's red is good. It has to be good. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Just played a pretty weird pot with the flush draw. 2 overs in the flush draw here. We ended up missing and losing kind of a big pot here against Torski, but we are down to the final 8 with a pretty good stack. Lost another blind versus blind pot here. Checked the flop and the turn, decided to call a turn bet, and river also decided to call a bet. It's an awkward one because it's a lot of bluffs here. 6-7, any 10, any jack, 6-5. So yeah, when I'm gonna have a lot of like ace 10, king jack, ace jack myself, as well as just like a deuce, I don't think I'm folding this one. Final 8, we get called. Oh, huge flip. Come on, man. That's huge. Wow. Crucial flip. Now sitting 3 out of 7 left, the 1,700 in cash, and I think the same amount of bounties. Yeah, 1,700 in bounties, so payouts are getting pretty big here. All right, here we go, very big spot, $873 bounty. Gonna be worth the call, even though we are losing to a bunch of ace X. We're gonna have good equity, huge spot. There's the club. Let's go. Bet the flop and turn here, just gotta check back the river. Not a great river to see. Yeah. Oh, they had a big hand anyway, actually, it looks like. Okay, so there's a 5-minute break for the final. I don't know how, I've done it again. The one table champ. Gonna save the session. We're already up a decent amount now. First place is 7,800 plus the bounties. So, I don't know, man. This could be another big score. I mean, we have this session and 3 more to complete the 50K challenge. This could be helpful. Played a nice blind versus blind pot here to get to the final table. Went for a check call on the flop. Turn went check, check, and river they bet pretty big after I checked. Did make the hero call. Still a lot of, 7, 8, 6, 8. Any sort of like suited jack, suited queen stabbing the flop. So feels like there could be a lot of bluffs. All right, pretty interesting pre-flop spot here against the under the gun player. I think we're gonna wanna have a lot of non-all-in 3-bets. And generally jacks, queens, kings, and aces we're gonna put in there as well for value. There's really not many hands we wanna shove with this guy covering us, I would say. Maybe ace, king, that's it. But and we're gonna need to call off here, pretty sick spot. All right, need to get lucky. All right, it's kind of an annoying spot because this player's been pretty snug, but I think folding the nines would be too much of a step in the tight direction. So here we go. I think, do they raise call? 8, 7, 6s? I don't know. I don't know, but we will fold out a lot of like king 10, king jack. Oh, that's a good result. It's a nice hand to see. We need to hold though. Okay, so that was it was a frustrating finish for a couple of minutes there, but kind of like my last run, I just was pretty lucky to have a winning day. I played 36 tournaments and I had one nice cash for like 1,000, but that was, you know, another lucky kind of day save. So yeah, I'm not too upset about it. You know, jacks against kings, nines against sixes were literally the two pots pretty much. So. And I think I played that tournament well as well. Like a lot of pots down the stretch we won. Maybe gave away 10 blinds in some weird ones, but yeah. So it was a good tournament, another winning day. Convinced my girlfriend to go disc golfing with me before it gets dark. So we're gonna go do that to unwind. And then we'll get into the numbers. Got it. Final cash we had, that makes it 4 straight winning sessions. It was plus $2,900. Last 4 sessions, we've had a $54,000 comeback. Unfortunately, there was a lot of red before that. Does help the challenge though. We're sitting at $34,000 profit, 16K away from our goal with a couple of sessions left. Hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. I hope we can, I hope we can reach our goal. There was a lot of poker analysis in this one. I was one tabling for most of my recording. I didn't record enough in the early parts of the session, but hope you guys enjoyed it. We are within striking distance, and I think Thursday and Sunday will both be pretty big grinds. So good luck, 16K more to go to win the challenge.